Hi everyone. So in today's video, I would like to introduce you to Dr. Shagun Agarwal. He's done his
Good evening, sir.
MBBS, he's done MS surgery, DNB surgery, and also he's finished his MRCS from Edinburgh. Now, it is a matter of joy and honor for me that he is also a previous DAM student. So, and I am so happy to collaborate with him on this video today, where we will be discussing a very important aspiration that a lot of Indian surgeons and our surgical residents have to, get this prestigious MRCS into their domain. So I thought maybe I can ask Shagun how to go about it. And I will actually go a step further. I will also ask him to help us in DAMS to form a course for MRCS. So, Shagun, how are you doing? And tell me, how has been your experience so far in your surgical career?
Yes, sir. Thank you so much for that introduction, sir. And I'm glad that you remember me as your student. So, sir, I'll answer your first question first. So, about MRCS, so it's the membership of the Royal College of Surgeons. So, it's an intercollegiate degree, which means that there are four Royal Colleges of England, Edinburgh, Ireland, and Glasgow, in no particular order of importance. So you can sit with any of these four colleges to secure a membership. Now, why
Okay.
MRCS? So basically, it's a it is a basic registering exam. So when a surgeon clears their MRCS, so they have been qualified by the Royal College, which is more than 500 years old. It is the oldest society of surgeons of the world. So once you clear your MRCS, you have been certified. I'm sorry, not registered. You've been certified by the Royal College that you have passed these certain basic standards and you qualify for being a resident. That you must be knowing this much because you've cleared our exam. Now the problem with the Indian system of residency is it's just for 3 years, while in the UK and US it's for at least 6 years, if not more. So only after 6 years they decide whether this person is stable or qualified enough to perform surgeries on living human beings. While in India we get this degree in just 3 years, and these 3 years it is very haphazard. I mean the training is poles apart in different colleges of the entire country. So there is no standardization. So once you clear your MRCS, you have this stamp from us from this prestigious institute that you know this basic steps, these basic things, and you are qualified to call yourself as a surgeon.
It
So
kind of
so that's the
validates your
importance of getting
ability.
MRCS.
So it validates your ability that when you get recognized by such a prestigious board, it validates that you're at the same level as the most of the international graduates in this field.
Yes, yes, sir. And
Okay.
sir, so apart from the fellowship benefits and job opportunities outside, in India also, people are opting for MRCS because like to answer your second question about the surgical practice that I'm doing. So I'm currently practicing at Gangaram Hospital. So the post for
Okay.
which I applied, there were 100 applications, and out of those, only 10 were selected for interview. And in that interview, I was the only one who had completed his MRCS. Now, as the fate would have it, the chairperson of the department I'm working at is himself an examiner of MRCS. He has himself has completed his FRCS, and he quickly selected me. And most of the surgeons in India itself have done their FRCS or their MRCS. And so they expect, when someone applies for a job in their department, they usually prefer someone who has done their MRCS. So apart
So it
from
kind of it's
those,
like it becomes
yes,
a differentiator in those 100 applicants.
yeah,
Having a
absolutely.
MRCS was your differentiator.
Yes, sir. Definitely, sir.
Okay. And Dr. Shagun, I also, I would like you to elaborate further for people who are just starting this journey. What about
Yes,
MRCS
sir.
Part A? Like, what
Yes,
is the syllabus? What is the exam like? What is the
yes,
breakup of the exam? What should they keep in mind?
yes. So that's a very good question, sir. So as I say that, sitting for this exam. So it's not a very, it's a very, hello?
Yes, yes.
I
Continue,
think we
Dr.
got
Shagun.
disconnected, sir.
No, no, no. We are here. We are here. Don't worry.
Okay, sir. So as I was saying, sir, so MRCS is a very expensive exam. So when I sat for it, it was just 48,000 for just the exam registration. Now it is 60,000 rupees, and from 1st April it will be 62,500 plus those conversion charges that you have to pay. So it's not a cheap exam. It's a very expensive one. But this is for the first time a surgeon invests or a medical graduate invests professionally into their career. So this was the time when this was the exam when I for the first time I professionally invested in my career, and most of the surgeons also invest, like MRCS exam is the first investment that they do in their career professionally. So the course that we have created with you, like under your guidance, sir, and you yourself having an international presence with this course, and I'm so glad that we could collaborate with this. So it's a 5 hour long exam. It's not a short exam. 300 question, 1 minute per question, with an half an hour optional break in between. So the course that we're talking about, it will be 5 hours duration on every Sunday, just to let the students have the hang of it, that you have to sit for those 5 hours. And we'll also give that break that Royal College gives during the exam, so that they have a simulation. So it will go on for 12 weeks, so one class per week, so 12 classes. And we will train our students into taking this exam in by all means. So they'll be trained to take up all the questions. They'll be trained to sit through the exams, to crack all the questions. And this is like you said, like this is for the first time in India that this course is happening, because all the other courses that are being done internationally are of this type only. But this is for the first time, with the help of dams. And I wish that this course had come during my time, because this would make things so easy for these students, that a course is right at their doorstep. And with all these Zoom classes that can happen, they can reach out to these courses by sitting at their homes. Back in our days, when we used to go to dams or need PG classes, and we didn't have such courses when I sat for my exam. And the courses that were
I
there,
would like to add a
internationally,
line.
they were
I
very
would,
expensive. Yeah. Yes, sir.
yes, I would like to add a line. I have requested Dr. Shagun that
Yes,
in
sir.
the DAMS course, I also want you to give personalized mentorship to the students who will join the course, not
Yeah,
just the
yeah,
lecture.
definitely, sir.
Any
Definitely.
doubt they have, because in DAMS we have this, legacy of
Yes,
hand
yes.
holding, helping the students,
Definitely,
and
sir.
I want
Mentor-mentee
that
relationship.
we want that you become their mentor for MRCS.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Definitely, sir.
And Shagun, I also want to know, if I have to appear for this time MRCS, what will be the dates and timelines for the exam, and what should
Yes.
be
So
my
yes, sir.
my brain all about?
Yes, sir. So that's a very important question. So the next MRCS Part A exam is happening on 29th of April 2025, which is a Tuesday. It usually happens around 11 a.m. And the last day for form filling is 20th of February, which is not very far away. Now, the course that we have created is for 12 weeks, and actual duration on an average that has been seen, 12 weeks is the average duration that is required to clear this exam. Some people can prepare it within 6 weeks, some people might require more than that. But the kind of course that we have created, we'll make sure that our students are prepared to take up the exam successfully within this period of 12 weeks.
Any idea about, or any tips that you want to give to the aspirants about the structure of the exam? How many questions are there? What is the
Yes, sir.
format? What is the syllabus?
Yes, sir. Yes. So the exam happens in two parts, part one and part two, morning and afternoon. So the part one is for 3 hours, 180 minutes, 180 questions. You get two optional 10 minutes break in between. So 60 minutes, after 60 minutes, there's a 10-minute break in which you can go out, have water, relax yourself, cool yourself down, go to the washroom, clear out your stomas, as this is a famous Scottish joke, just clear out your stomas, come back, give take another 60 questions, another 10 minutes. It's an optional break. Go out, have water again, just relax, cool down, come back and take the last set of 60 questions. And after your 180 questions, the timer doesn't stop, it keeps on going. Then you're allowed to take a 30-minute lunch break. Usually happens around 2 p.m. After you're back, you can come back within 30 minutes, you can not go even, you can just come back within 10 minutes, up to you. Then starts the part 2 of it, which is for 120 minutes, 120 questions again, a 10-minute break in between after 60 minutes. So it's a very relaxed exam, not like one of those Indian exams where you're just stressed out. You have to finish this exam in 3 hours. And the best part is the centers are very, very comfortable. You're provided a locker, you're provided a key. The examiners are very sweet, not like those rude examiners that we get in our NEET PGs and SS exams. Very sweet, very helpful. Everyone is very, very considerate. Like it doesn't feel like you're giving this exam in India. It's a very well managed and very well prepared exam. You're very comfortable during the exam day.
And what topics are in those papers? Like, is there any division that what topic will be
Yes.
represented in which block?
Yes, sir. So part one is applied basic sciences, which would be
Okay.
applied anatomy, applied physiology, pharmacology, microbiology. And part two is principles of surgery in general. So in that, orthopedics will be asked, just little topics will be touched. Upper limb anatomy is a must. Lower limb anatomy is a must. One should know where does radial nerve comes, median nerve, ulnar nerve. They will ask umpteen number of questions on these nerves. Psoas major is their favorite muscle. Sciatic nerve is their favorite nerve, and they will just not leave you till you. I mean, during the exam only you will realize ki you know so much about these nerves. And I was surprised that I know so much. I mean, while preparing, I was very, 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 very underconfident because I didn't have someone to teach me. I read all by myself by watching Instagrammers, those influencers, Kitty Wong, and all these people who put up videos. So it was a very very challenging time when we cleared our MRCS. So we hope that this course will help people ease into the exam. And this is the need of the hour. I mean, we need more Royal College members from our country. We need to represent India in these Royal Colleges, more so because our education system is not standardized. And we need, and it's not possible with the kind of exam system that we have. So many doctors are needed, and you just can't have six years of training. And trainers are also not in abundance. Everyone's moving to private sector. There are not enough trainers to train the trainees. So this exam is the need of the hour to certify yourself, and just grab your place in the system to and how to tell people that you're certified or you're qualified to perform surgeries on them. So this is one exam about which awareness should be there, and every surgeon should aspire to be at least a member, if not a fellow, in later in their career.
So I think, Dr. Shagun, with your today's talk and your detailed dissection, I'm sure you have inspired many people to go and pursue this prestigious exam and become a membership, get the membership of this prestigious board. So,
Yes.
under the guidance of Dr. Shagun Agarwal, on the DAMS eMedicoz platform, we are launching a live course. This course will have 5-hour lectures every Sunday for 12 weeks. 12 weeks, according to the educator that you see in front of you, is enough. 5 hours has been scientifically selected because that is the time for the exam. We want you to be mentally prepared for the time of the exam. In this course, we will give you a test and discussion kind of a format, MCQ based discussion, as well as we'll try to give you all the tips. Not only that, also mentorship required. That not just the lecture, you also need to talk to the mentor, ask your queries, and Shagun, feel free to add anything else that you would be delivering in this course.
Yes, sir. So one more thing to add, that who can sit for this exam? So
Yes.
after MBBS, you're qualified to sit for this exam. It is an
Part A.
entry-level exam, Part A. And for Part
Yes.
B, anyone who has cleared Part A can sit for Part B.
Yeah.
So anyone who has done their MBBS or basic medical education, even the FMGs who have cleared their MD exam, who come from outside, even they are eligible to sit for this. They just so Royal College just needs a copy of your degree, just verified, and that's it. And then you can just register for the exam. So you don't need to be a qualified surgeon to sit for this exam. So people who are trying to become surgeons, NEET PG is not the only answer. MRCS is another way in which you can get into the surgical society and become surgeons with MRCS. So for the General Medical Council, which is their NBE board, which NMC board, which qualifies you to practice there. So there they just require two qualifications: basic medical degree, which is MBBS in India, and MRCS or PLAB. So MRCS is another way of getting into the UK system of education, and you can become surgeons. And in India, orthopedicians, ENT surgeons, as well as general surgeons, at any time of their career, they can take up this exam. And earlier they sit for it, easier it is for them to crack.
I think I would like to add one more thing, and Shagun, you can maybe correct me. If someone is pursuing DNB surgery, there's always a challenge of pass rates and everything. Don't you think it's a good idea that they also appear for MRCS side by side? Because in radiology, many people
Such a
do this.
question can only be expected from an expert from you, sir, because DNB has added this OSCE format, structural conceptual examination. So MRCS Part B is OSCE. I mean, it is nothing but OSCE. So if you have MRCS name under your belt, and then you go for your DNB exam, no one can fail you. It's a challenge to
And
the
the
examiner. You have the MRCS degree under your belt.
yes,
Your DNB is cleared. So for DNB residents who will be taking up their final exams later this year, one exam just happened. Another exam will be later this year. So you should be done with your MRCS by the time you're sitting for your DNB. It'll really help you. And there's a big scare among the DNB residents, that we won't pass in our first go. But if you have already cleared your MRCS, then DNB is a cakewalk.
and I would like to add for the listeners that this MRCS course will be available on the DAMS eMedicoz app. When you go to our app, on the top panel, you will see a link saying USMLE PLAB MRCS. You click on the button, you will see a live course for MRCS. This lectures will happen. The date is starting on 9th February. Am I right, Dr. Shagun?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yes.
I forgot to tell them the starting date. Yeah.
And we're starting on 9th
9th.
February, 5 hours every Sunday, 12 weeks. And we even after the live lecture is over, the same lecture will be uploaded in the app itself. Just in case, because of your surgery residency, if you miss out on a lecture, the video will be available to you. And Dr. Shagun will try his best because he knows the DAMS principle. Our principle is do our best for the students. He will try his best to give more material, anything that you required, including a silly question, because we believe no doubt is silly. Our goal is simple. We want you to pass this exam in flying colors. So do join us
And in one
on the
first
DAMS
attempt. And in first attempt.
first attempt. First attempt
It's
is
a
the
very
key.
expensive
So
exam.
Shagun,
Yeah, you can't. I mean, one can't afford to sit for it again.
not only the cost, your time is precious. It is not
Yeah,
just
I
the
mean,
money.
time
The
is
time.
precious. 3 months here. You're putting in 3 months. Yeah.
So on this
And
note, I thank Dr. Shagun for his excellent inputs. And I'm sure after this video, he has definitely inspired many of you to write this prestigious exam. I wish you all the best, Shagun, and I welcome
thank
you
you
to
so
the
much.
DAMS team in
Thank
this
you, sir.
special course for MRCS. I believe it should become a course which will attract even the international graduates in future. So we look forward
Yeah.
to
So,
creating a wonderful program with you, Beta.
yes, sir. Thank you so much, sir. Thank you, sir.
Thank you, Bajay, and I wish you all the best.
Thank you, sir. Same to you, sir.